Welcome, District 12 Toastmasters. Today, we're interviewing Dan Magill. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you.
Dan, we have one question for you. Why did you join Toastmasters?
Hmm. Well, I think the reason I first went to Toastmasters and the reason I joined Toastmasters are quite different, actually, which is probably fairly rare. I was always terrified of public speaking, right? My whole life, really. I just never had anything to do with it. I would, if I got asked to give a presentation at work, I'd find another job. I just was not interested, or not more than not interested. I was petrified of speaking in public. And one night, it was 2017 in the summer, I was just kind of at a loose end one day, and I was looking for something to do in London, and I saw this public speaking on event on a place where people give speeches called Toastmasters, and I thought, well, that'll be interesting. I'll go along and watch some speeches, and yeah, as long as I don't need to speak, because there's no worries there. I didn't know what Toastmasters was. I didn't know anything about it. So I went along and I saw these speeches, and then I remember we had a break, kind of a networking break, and I got asked if I'd like to give a table topic. Didn't know what that meant. Don't think I really knew how to say no back then, so I'm not sure I do now. So I said yes, and then I found out what it was and thought, okay, I need to get out of here fast because there's no way I'm getting up and speaking in front of these people. I remember I went to the bathroom and kind of was looking for a way out. There was a small window, and I was wondering if I could squeeze through that, but no, that wouldn't have worked, and didn't. And so eventually I went back into the room, and I don't know, I'd always just got out of these situations, but this particular night I went back in, and suddenly I found myself up there speaking. I'd been given this table topic, and it's a bit of a blur, but I just remember, people were laughing. So whatever I was saying, maybe it was funny, or maybe they were just laughing at me. I don't know. I'm sure they weren't laughing at me. In my experience of Toastmasters, always very kind. Um, but I sat back down afterwards and just kind of had this exhilaration and this feeling of wow, that I'm still alive. It was okay. It wasn't this horrific thing I've been thinking about for years. And so the reason I went was not to speak at all, but the reason I came back the next week was that I saw this kind of pathway opening up that, maybe I could start doing this. And so that was the reason I went back. That was the reason I joined the next week, and I entered a contest the week after that, and yeah, non-stop since then.
Excellent. What clubs are you with?
I'm with three clubs at the moment, two in London, one there in District 12 in California. So in London, I'm in Croydon Communicators and Society Speakers, and my club in California is 797 Saturday Morning Toastmasters.
Excellent. Thank you, and thank you for this interview, Dan.
Thank you.